Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub. It is Tuesday, November 9th. Ian Cameron, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, and Billy Briz in the house on this Tuesday, ready to break down the Tuesday NBA card and ready to turn the page after yesterday. And in case you're wondering why I'm looking silly here holding the mic, it's because the stand broke. So that's just the way things are going today. It's chaotic. It was chaos. It's a busy day. Lots of shit to get done. It's the first day of college basketball, trying to cap 300.
Better use Amazon, Babano, and start ordering.
Whatever the number. I know I should start a little karaoke session here, but absolute chaos. I feel like I said it before the show started. I feel like Bob Barker. Welcome to The Price is Right, or Pat Sajak hosting a Wheel of Fortune here. Here we go. Would you like to buy a vowel? For me, it was not Wheel of Fortune last night, though. It was Wheel of Misfortune. The Minnesota Timberwolves, one of the worst beats I've had in the NBA in a very long time. Double-digit lead fourth quarter. They blow the lead completely, collapse down the stretch, and Memphis takes the lead. They go up by 3 late in the game, and then with that inbounds play happens with like a couple seconds left, I'm like, just end this game now. Memphis wins by 3. I'm all right. Plus 5.5. What happens? A freaking bank is open late night there in Memphis, and Karl Anthony Towns banks one in from 3-point range. We go to overtime, and the minute it goes to overtime, I know Memphis is going to cover. I just had that bad feeling, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Memphis by 7, Minnesota plus 5.5. My best bet on yesterday's show, no good. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely awful. That's my takeaway from Monday. Dutch, you got anything from what we saw last night in the NBA?
Yeah, real quick. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. It's all love. Be sure to hit the like button like I'm hitting this plane. A layer cake, get you right where you need to be. Muchly appreciated. Well, yeah, Ian, since we're just talking about the bullshit, I guess I'll just join the motherfucking party. I mean, Miami Heat was the farthest thing from the fucking freshest look. Square Bear did not go as planned. Yeah, it was not a good night. I did get back on, the only really thing that went right for me last night was the Warriors. And then, of course, Curry. I did touch on that. Jumped on that late, too, after getting my ass whooped all day long on the over points. Dropped the motherfucking 50-piece on that ass. I told you, Trey ain't on that level, bro. He ain't on that level. So, that was one thing I could be like, okay, I could go to sleep a little bit. But, man, that shit was a rough night. I can't lie. I'm eager to get, back to this card. We only got 3 games, so, let's see what we can make out of it. But big shout out to our guy, Sweaty Butcher. I see you, man. Kush up, Abel, everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Trot Wham, how about last night for you?
Yeah, it was a positive night. Wasn't mad at it. Luckily, I did tell my guy Ski with that first half. Carmelo with the first half game winner down there. That was pretty good and decent. But other than that, man, I didn't really like the Miles Bridges results. Go to overtime with 19. Just need one more bucket. Couldn't get it. Missed 2 free throws. Those was the points that just fucked us over there. Other than that, man, it was a good night. Hopefully we get to it there. I like the lean back there with the hand right there. I like that, Ian. You look real smooth, bro.
That's the nice thing about this stand, It's a blessing in disguise. I can actually lean back. I don't have to basically hunch over like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or some shit over the mic for the whole show. I actually kind of like that. It's nice. Lean back, a little Fat Joe. Lean back.
There it is.
There we go. Billy Briz, how was last night?
Hey, one question: why is Ian the only one ever dropping bars?
You know what though? That's what he does. That's what he does. That's
my thing, though.
He's oozing
here to make money.
Skills,
right, everybody got their job. Everybody stays in their lane. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
He does his thing. We do ours. Come on, Big Show.
That's right. No, they leave it to me because I do it so damn well, probably. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, if you start hearing me sing, it's a clear backwood. Believe that shit. Pass that motherfucker.
You start hearing me sing. I had too many drinks that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that
was a good one. Lean back with the Fat Joe. That was fire.
Hey, he is well rounded, man. He gets all types from the 80s, 90s, 2000. He got the new shit, so he handles it all for us. He touches a little bit of everything.
Man, the way it sounded like y'all should have put me on the show yesterday, man. Yesterday was an easy day. Had the Knicks money line. Yeah. As soon as Joel news dropped, hop right on that. And then the Warriors smack spot, bro. They 9-1. I don't know if it's 2016 again, but them Golden State Warriors is fucking for real, man. They 9-1. They look like a really good home team. Overall, man, Tyrese Maxey and Stephen Curry and Andre Drummond, thank you. Y'all put me up to the top. Curry with the 50 clip in fantasy. put up 83 fantasy points last night. Anthony Davis 72. Them two combined put up 175. So you can't imagine what the lineup was looking like at the end of the night. Andre Drummond 25 rebounds. Might not do it tonight as we get into that one, but hopefully we can make some money on tonight's card. Keep things rolling. No contender series. Max got me betting on NCAA fucking basketball like it's crack and shit. So I guess we're here.
Yeah, we are indeed. And let's turn the page to Tuesday. We've got a small 3-game slate. We'll start with the Milwaukee Bucks taking on, well, what's left of the Philadelphia 76ers coming into this game tonight. We've got Milwaukee 6-point road favorites, 216 the total in this one. We're almost at the point now where if we're the Sixers, Doc Rivers is going to call up me, Dutch, Wham, and Billy to suit up for them pretty soon. Holy goodness. I mean, all the absences that they could be dealing with tonight in this game. It's staggering. Of course, we know last night they played the New York Knicks. They lost 103-96, a very shorthanded, depleted roster right now. And you look at them coming into the game tonight, they're not getting any of those guys back. You know, it's going to be the same guys out, Embiid, Harris, Isaiah Joe, Matisse Thybulle, they're all out. And to make matters even worse
Thybulle's
now.
out again?
Yeah, Thybulle's out again, it looks like, again, for the Six. I've got him listed as out, so he's definitely not playing tonight against the Bucks. And now, Seth Curry. We talked about how Steph was great last night. This time we're talking Seth Curry. He's a game-time decision tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's got a left foot contusion, and if he doesn't play, they're probably going to have to, I guess, Shake Milton is probably going to have to take that spot at this point. So all kinds of issues right now with this Philadelphia 76ers team. I mean, we're looking at a starting 5 right now that could be comprised of Maxey, Shake Milton, Furkman Korkmaz, Danny Green, and Andre Drummond. That's what you could be looking at tonight here for the Philadelphia 76ers. So
I don't know. Isaiah Joe might be in that starting lineup the way it's looking like.
yeah, he's out too, Isaiah Joe. So he's on the he had a positive COVID test there, Billy. So he's going to be he's doing well, but he's in
George's
protocol.
It's NCAA opening day. Wouldn't it only be right?
Yeah, it is. It would be. He should. I know he should try to play through it regardless. But you know what the COVID protocol situation is like. So they are just beyond depleted right now. And on the second night of back-to-backs and against a Milwaukee team that you'd think at some point, you know, is going to wake up and get off this slump that they've been in. They're 1-5 in their last 6 games. 1-5 straight up and ATS. The only win and cover was against Detroit, and I was actually on Milwaukee in that game. I think a couple of us were. Billy liked Milwaukee against Detroit. He was on the show that day, the NBA Pub Hub, and we took the Bucks there. That's their only win and point spread cover, though, in the last 6 games.
Yeah, they've been bad, bro.
For real, it's been that bad?
It's been that bad, and it's because they've had a bunch of injuries, and they still have Middleton out, which obviously hurts, and Brook Lopez, and it's not delivery. It's DiVincenzo's been out all year for them too. But the good news is Drew Holiday, at least. You got him back on the floor now, and it's looking like it'll be Drew, Holiday, George Hill, Grayson Allen, Giannis, and Bobby Portis as your starting 5 tonight. I got to do it and take the or lay the points, I should say, with Milwaukee in this game. I mean, at least they have Drew Holiday, one of their defensive anchors, and we know he's capable on the offensive end as well. I just don't know who the hell is going to put the ball in the hoop tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers with all the depleted parts on this team right now due to either injuries or COVID-19. So this got to be a get-well spot here, you would think, for the Milwaukee Bucks. I also like that they've had, I believe, a little bit of a rest advantage too, guys. They haven't played since Sunday, so at least they've had the extra day off since the loss to Washington. So I think Milwaukee's the side here. -6 is the number right now. I'm going to end up taking Milwaukee here, minus the 6. I think they can get. I just don't know that the depleted Sixers on the second night of a back-to-back are going to be able to stand up to this challenge if the Bucks bring the kind of intensity that it sure sounds like they're bringing. I mean, they're pretty frustrated with the way they've played. They want to end this shit, turn things around, and I think tonight could be the start of that turnaround. What do you think here, Dutch? Bucks and Sixers.
Yeah, shout out to our guy, Nathan. I see you said all they got is Drummond. Man, Drummond got off last night. What do you have, 25 piece getting the boards? I mean, he's doing his thing down there. I see you, Hook. The truth, y'all. The truth, man. He always coming in dropping that knowledge, that good shit. He said the like button's lonely. Come on now. Cuddle up with that motherfucker. Smash that shit. Do whatever you will to it. Just hit that motherfucker one time.
It's
Yeah,
only
man.
right. It's only right.
It's only right. Yeah, man. Shout out to the truth, though. I like it, man. I like it. Yeah, this game, I really want to give y'all some because we only got 3 games on it. But we got, so we got the Philly kid in here. We'll let him take it down. I mean, really, I would only look Bucks -3 first half, and I probably lay the points full game. I think it was the hook who said Curry's been ruled out 2 hours ago. No Curry, no Harris. I mean, come on, man. But I mean, Philly has shown to show up when we doubt them. So I don't have a play on this. I like the other 2 games a lot more. So this is a backwood for me, a clear backwood. If we could see it one time, Big Show, the backwood, man. Need it one time. Yeah, man. Oh, we slow on the road. There we go. Yeah, man. Clear backwood.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Big Show doing things in the back.
There he is, exactly. And good stuff there. So not involved. Lean Milwaukee first half for Dutch. How about you, Wham? Anything here you like, Milwaukee and Philly?
Yeah, this Bucks team has been really bad, man. They haven't been really that good. 25th in the last 5 games in defensive rating. I'm sorry, not in defensive rating, but 28th, in assists, and 26th in assist to turnover ratio. They haven't been able to pass the ball well. It's the reason for them to be ranked 28th in offensive rating. How you be doing that and you got this guy that could just dominate the paint in Giannis? So I think he should be able to dominate the paint. But, I mean, like you said, Dutch, this boy Drummond, man, that's where I think I want to lay my money at. No Embiid, he's not going to be here. They don't really have that many people, so he's going to get a lot of play. I think Drummond over 14.5 rebounds, man. You got to go ahead and take that.
Bro.
That's a lot, bro, but I think he's going to get probably 20 tonight. These guys haven't been really that good on the defensive rebounds as well for the Bucks. They're ranked 27th for the year, bro. I'm just saying, man, I think this is a backwood for sure on the side because you don't necessarily know what type of team you're getting with the Bucks. But I think if you're taking anything, it's that Drummond over 14.5 rebounds, bro.
Yo, real quick, to Keith Wicks in there, I know people been asked, what's a backwood? So backwood is something that looks appealing. It's appealing. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. But most likely the strong move is to pass that shit on by. It's bad for your health. That's a backwood, my guy. Nothing against it. Look at Bush. He getting in his feelings, too, because I know he be bro. He don't go nowhere without the backwood. It's all love, though. It's all love.
All right. Yeah, Billy, this might be more of a DFS game, so this might be up your alley. What do you like in this one?
Oh, man, this is one I was excited for today, man. I think this is the wham bam spot here, man. Bucks first half. Don't go box score watching last night's Sixers game, man, because they was getting their ass busted before they ended up coming back in the fourth quarter. And they only have 8 to 9 players in their rotation. They all played heavy minutes last night, man. Tyrese Maxey played 39 out of 42 minutes last night. He's going to end up having to be the main usage handler for us. Andre Drummond's going to have to play a lot of minutes. Georges Niang's going to have to play a lot of minutes off the bench. And Danny Green's going to actually have to play a lot of minutes. And, man, do I hate Danny Green. But this is the only one that the books gave us value on. Danny Green over 8.5 points at plus 100. That's also on my card today. And we're going to take the Bucks -1.5 first half, -150. A little bit juicy for some, but we've been on MMA vacation island for a little bit, so -150 ain't shit.
There you go. All right, next up we got Atlanta and Utah. Boy, I wonder if Atlanta's going to bring that defense that they brought so well against Curry last night. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, that was the one bright sign from last night. I think we all liked Golden State last night, and they got it done in convincing fashion against the Atlanta Hawks, who are now 0-7 ATS on the road, have yet to cover a number on the road, and they'll try to break that slide tonight. Utah 8.5 point home favorites in Salt Lake. 221.5, 222 the total in this game. There's no way I'm back in Atlanta right now at this point in time. 0-4 straight up, 0-4 ATS. They've been pretty much blown out in the majority of these games. The Phoenix game was the only relatively close game. The other losses by 9 points to Brooklyn. They just lost to Utah, the same Utah Jazz team, just a week ago at home, 116-98. And then, of course, last night, I don't know what more you can say. I mean, it was just an atrocious defensive performance. Steph Curry had one of those nights where he absolutely goes bonkers, 50 points. Incredible shooting percentage, 14 of 28, 50% from the field, 9 for 19 from 3-point range. I mean, he was just an all-out assault right now for them and Curry last night against this Hawks defense, which, look, has had issues. They've given up 127, 121, 116, 111. 117 against Brooklyn, 122 against the Wizards and the Sixers in losses. So this has not been the start to the season that Nate McMillan signed up for. Everything was all hunky-dory last year for the Atlanta Hawks. Everything was great when McMillan took over and a nice run in the playoffs, but it's been a struggle for this Hawks team this year, 4-7 to begin the year. And now they get Utah. Now, for Utah, it's not the greatest spot. They're off a 3-game road trip, Atlanta, Miami, and Orlando. They lost the last 2 games of that road trip. Back home off a road trip's not always a bet on spot, but they're off 2 consecutive losses to the Heat and then to the Magic, a really poor performance in that game by the Jazz, 107-100. And here's the issue for Atlanta. Atlanta gave up 41 of 81, 50% shooting to the Jazz when they lost to Utah last week. Utah for the year, we know how much of a three-point proficiency team they are. And you got Atlanta giving up 35% from 3, and we saw what they did on the perimeter last night, and it was not very good. So this feels like a spot for Utah after 2 straight losses where you could say, oh, Atlanta's looking to bounce back. Yeah, but they're the tired team, second of back-to-back on the road, and they haven't covered a number or even been all that competitive on the road, facing a Utah team that, yeah, they're off a road trip, but they're not taking this game for granted, I don't think, even though they smashed Atlanta on the road last week because they're off 2 losses to Miami and Orlando. So I expect the Jazz to show up and have a good game. And whose A game is better right now? To me, it's Utah's. So this could be one of those first half full game split games for me where I don't just look at Utah minus 8.5. I actually might look at them first half as well, which you can get around minus 4.5 right now, that they come out early and take it to Atlanta early in the game, and that they also continue for the duration in the second half as well. It's just a tough spot for Atlanta, and it's a show me type of business. You got to show me you can get it done, especially when you haven't covered a single point spread on the road. And I'm not backing Atlanta on the highway until I see them get it done away from home. What do you think here, Dutch? Hawks and Jazz?
Yeah, shout out to Michael Anderson, Tony Based. I see you, my guy. Yeah, man, you said it, Ian. Why the fuck would you want to back the Hawks here? I guess people say 8 points. That's a lot. It don't seem like a lot to me, honestly. It seems like this is a beautiful thing right here for Utah Jazz to get right. Even if Atlanta wasn't on a back-to-back, I would still probably like Utah here. The fact that it was on a back-to-back, and it was, a pretty tough game. They played, Golden State somewhat well the first part, and then obviously second half it was a different story. So they're coming off a tough game. Plus those guys have been in and out, questionable every night. Collins, these fuckers, they're halfway beat up supposedly. I just think they're gonna get run out the fucking gym tonight. I wouldn't be mad at the minus 4.5. But I got the 8. I love the 8. I think they're the better team clearly, so I'll just take it full game. Eventually, if they start off slow, those threes are down to go. They're bound to. So, you touched on it, Ian, how the Hawks defense isn't that. Look at what they did last night with Curry and them boys. Also, they shot 40% from 3, almost 47% from the field, and still got ran out the gym by 14 points. The Hawks just aren't a good team right now, and they're sure as hell ain't a good team on the road. So let's jump on Utah. I like the trifecta spot here, to be honest with you. 2.5 first quarter, 4.5 first half, and full game. But coming off a rough night, we'll just go ahead and lock in minus 8 and get it. I like Jordan Clarkson as well. He had 30 the other night against these boys. Been kind of so off. He's had like fucking 13 points combined total last 2 games. You touched on them coming off them 2 losses. He had 23 the last time you seen him before this. 15 points, 15.5 points plus money looks kind of appealing to me with Jordan Clarkson as well. I see him going for 20 plus tonight. But definitely Utah, they roll at home.
And they're going to have Mike Conley, their point guard, back as well tonight. He missed the last game for Utah against Orlando. He will suit up here at home against Atlanta. So obviously that's good news. That's good news if you're the Jazz. I'm on the over as well. I'm going to take the over as well, 222.5. It's actually 221.5 in a couple books, but most books have it 222.5. So that's the number I'll use, 222.5. Atlanta's trended over on the road lately. Utah, 2 of their 3 home games have gone over the total. We know how well they shoot at home. Their last 2 home games, Sacramento, 119, 113, 232 points in that game. And then the Denver win, 122, 110, 232 points in that game as well. So it got into the 230s each of their last 2 home games. And again, Atlanta ain't playing a lick of solid defense the last few games. So I think the game will go over that total as well, 222.5.
And
Jazz
Roberta, I see your punk ass in the chat. Get the fuck out of here, man. Hit the like button on your way out or give me a thumbs down. I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here.
There you go, everybody. Jeff Slaughter, the owner of the channel here, Pub Sports Radio, which is the fastest growing sports and sports betting channel on YouTube right now, if you ask me.
Shout out to the Don.
Giving away $50 to 4 people in this chat here on the NBA Pub Hub show. And if we get 250 combined likes between, and that's, he's going to give it away to 4 people if we get 250 combined likes between this show and the premiere of the Net Profit College Basketball show coming up right after us with Connor Mack and Maxwell Smart. So there you go.
That. We need 250 on this show, Mando.
I agree.
And 250 on our guy, the fucking Maximil, man. 250 on both of them. Come on now. We're getting 250 easy live. Come on, Jeff. Much love, man. 500, 250 here, 250 on there. That's fucking easy money. Let's go.
There we go. He's actually doing everybody a service here. And a favor, only asking for 250 combined. You're right.
Man, we do that. Come on, 250. That's easy.
Come on, this is a layup. This is like a basketball layup for you guys, being able to accomplish this.
Right.
Jeez,
sure.
This should be easy.
A Steph Curry layup, not a no Russell Westbrook layup.
You can head over and already hit the likes on the other one too. You can already go hit the likes on the other one right now too.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even have to
just like that shit up and get that money, man. Cash App. You're gonna cash it app to you. Go get yourself a nice top shelf 8 on Mr. Slaughter.
There you go. Click the link, YouTube link to the Net Profit show coming up after us, and just start hitting the like button on that as well. So
man,
you're ready for the next show as well. So there you go. The test has been posed to everybody. 250 combined likes. The 2 basketball shows here back.
Share the video right now. Do it now. Let's make it happen quick. Get in the money. Get the money.
Get it done. Yeah, get it done. Get the job done. Hit that like button. All right, Wham. What do you like here? Atlanta, Utah.
Yeah, I like Utah as well here. I'm going to go into the prop. We already cashed with them before. You guys mentioned them. Mike Conley over 2.5 3-point makes, man. Come on now. We got to keep back to it. I do like that first half for the Bucks. I didn't mention that enough. I kind of didn't think that my guy Billy was going to put that out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I do like the Bucks first half. But in this case, this is a first official play for me, though. The Conley over 2.5 threes. He's averaging this over his last 5 games. In this meeting, he's going against a team like my guy Ian said. They're not playing a lick of defense over the last 5 games. They're allowing opponents to shoot 40% from 3. This team has been bad on the road. I think we could just know that there is going to be some points here. I do agree with Ian there. I do expect points here, and I do expect my guy to get over this hump here, over 2.5 threes. He's going to shoot about 8 to 10 3-point attempts, so I think he's be able to get over this.
All right, there you go. Mike Conley over made 3-pointers for Wham. Billy, what do you like here with Hawks Jazz?
This ain't it, man. This is not it, man. This is the trap spot of this 3-game card. You got to have conviction on this card. I feel like there's so many NCAA spots. You got to have conviction on this NBA card. And this ain't it for me, man. Pass. Backwood.
Like that backwood.
It is a backwood for Billy. There we go. A backwood.
That's a great feeling Billy just gave me, motherfucker.
I'm sorry, man. It's just like Atlanta is just like a fade team on the road, but I really don't want to back Utah coming off of that road trip. They haven't really looked too good. I know Mike Conley's back, but we got 82 games of the season. Let me see something from Utah real quick before I start putting money on it.
Yeah, I would agree, but coming out 2 losses.
If anything, I'm fucking around with Atlanta Hawks in the teasers. Give me 10 points.
Oh, man, now I feel real bad. Now you're talking to you. You should have just stopped before all that.
That's why I said backwood.
Yeah, backwood, back to backwood. You're talking about teasing. Oh, shit.
I hear Dutch on that. I agree with Dutch. I'm not a big teasers when it comes to basketball.
Me either. But that would be the lead. Plus 8's a lot of points, man. Yeah. You start looking at plus 18, you're like, yeah.
Hey, man. How quick did Atlanta get down in that game last night? They can give it up real quick.
That's why teasers are tough in the NBA.
That good, though.
Team falls behind, they mail it in and throw in the towel.
Utah just lives and dies by that 3, and at home the role players seem to play a little bit better. So they stroke that 3. This 15, 20 points real quick. Like
I agree.
Definitely. All right, we got the last game here of this 3-game slate. Portland Trail Blazers, Los Angeles Clippers. We've got the Clippers here right now, minus 2.5 point home favorites, 3 in some spots, 221 the total in this game. Both of these teams coming in here off victories, 2 straight wins for Portland at home. They beat the Indiana Pacers 110-106 and beat the LA Lakers 105-90. Russell Westbrook with a horrible game that night for the LA Lakers in that one against Portland over the weekend. So 2 straight wins for the Blazers. So give them credit for that. Damian Lillard is not shooting the type of percentages we're used to. How about just 35% on the year, 24.7 from 3-point range? It's been a struggle for Dame Dalla here for the Portland Trailblazers. And he wasn't great in the Indiana game either, even though they won. So he is definitely struggling a bit with his shooting stroke right now. We'll see if he can get it turned around here against the Clippers. And speaking of getting it turned around, they have indeed gotten it turned around here, the LA Clippers. They're in a spot where they have won 4 straight games. Oklahoma City, back-to-back wins against Minnesota, and a win against Charlotte. In their last game, 120-106, which was a close game, and that was the game that the Charlotte Hornets just absolutely pissed away in the last 3-4 minutes, kind of like what they did last night against the Lakers. They had a chance to win that game, and they are just not closing the deal right now, the Charlotte Hornets. But we'll give the Clippers credit. They've played better basketball the last 4 games. They had struggled out of the gate, 1-3 to begin the year. So they're definitely playing better. I guess I'd lean to the Clippers here in this game. And by the way, Portland is 0-5 the last 5 times they've played against the spread in LA against the Clippers. So they've kind of struggled here head-to-head against the Clippers. We'll see how this one goes. It's not a game I really have a strong opinion on, but I guess I'll lean slightly to the Clippers in this one, minus 2.5, minus 3. What do you think here, Dutch, Blazers and Clippers?
Yeah, I see a lot of love for Rip City tonight. I think it might be the way they handled the Lakers. But, man, come on now. Then the Lakers, Tony, my guy Tony said it best. Blazers, fade them motherfuckers, man. Hey, tonight, yeah, you took your word right out of my 0-5 in the last 5 in L.A. Come on, man. They don't do well on that trip, and Portland ain't playing that good at basketball. They barely, you know what I'm saying, they pulled it out against the Pacers. With a big shot at the end, and then they smashed the motherfucking Lakers. Shout out to my guy Ray Charles. I see you. I do like Paul George. I think he said points and rebounds. I was looking at that as well. But I like the over 27.5 points plus, or I believe it's a minus 105. He went for 42 last time he touchdown against these cats in P-Town. He had 16 with 8 steals, I believe, in that blowout loss. He only played the first half realistically when they beat him. The first time around here in LA earlier in the season. He's had his way, with the Blazers. My number one knock, I love the Blazers. My number one knock is they don't play no fucking defense, especially that backcourt. Paul George is going to do what he wants. He runs the show. 27 should be very easy. I endorsed the rebounds as well, but let's just stick to the points. But the Clippers at home playing good basketball right now, too. Ian touched on pretty much everything I was going to say. This is a Clipper spot. They're going to clip that ass. Believe that. Easy money. Shout out to our guy, Luke Murphy, like in the PG over 3.5 threes. I think anything that PG's name signed to tonight is good money, to be honest with you. He's going to have one of them games, 35-10, maybe 8. He's been dishing the ball as well. Like I mentioned, he has the ball in his hands almost. If he's on the court, he's touching the fucking ball. So let's hit PG all the way around. And Clippers, I'll stay away from them first half, but I definitely, if we can get that 2.5, 3, easy money clip show tonight.
Yeah, I think the one prop that stands out to me is someone talked about rebounds in another game with Drummond. This is for Nurkic for Portland. I'd look at the rebounds prop. Clippers are not exactly great on the glass by any stretch of the imagination. They're one of those teams where their center's position's a little bit concerning. Especially when it comes to battling on the board. So Yusuf Nurkic over rebounds for Portland might be something you want to look at here tonight in this game as well. Wham, what do you like here with the Blazers and the Clips?
Yeah, perfect segue right there, though, Babano. The Bucks were ranked 27th against rebounds, and this team, the Clippers, they're ranked 28th in rebounds. So, yes, go against those rebounds. Go get those rebounds, man. Nurkic got to get that. I like the threes for CJ McCollum over 2.5. It's juice, though. But I like in this prop spot, I think this is a great prop game because I think kind of going to get some defense slightly in selections here, but it's mostly going to be a lot of guys shooting threes. like CJ McCollum. I think Terrence Mann is going to continue to play well. Had a double-double last game, 17 and 10. I think he's continued to get about 9 attempts a game. His over is 12 and a half points. I like the points, rebounds, and assists at 19 and a half. He went over that last game easy. I think you could do that again here for Terrence Mann, over 19 and a half rebounds. That's another plus points, rebounds, and assists. I'm sorry. That's another official play for me.
Yeah, if we're talking threes too, don't forget about Mr. YMCA, Luke Kennard. Hey, you're gonna come off the bench chucking too. So take a look at his 3-pointers too, my guy.
I like Starchild. He's a good, loyal viewer. He's in the chat every day. But don't give me this bullshit that I gave you the Grizzlies yesterday. Grizzlies should have lost that damn game. That's not a right side. That was not a right
got
side.
something smart to say.
Don't you give me this that Memphis was the right side in that game. Minnesota's up by 16. 16 in the fourth quarter of that fucking game yesterday. That's not a right side, that Memphis bet yesterday. Congrats that it won, but
when he's on the Trailblazers.
It's not like you gave me a 4-point or you recommended a 4-point home favorite that won by 26 and covered wire to wire. That is giving me something.
Yeah,
all right. That was a hideous amount of bad luck for me with that.
Yeah, it was run bad, man.
Minnesota.
That
So
sucks.
that was a right side, but you didn't get the money. That's
at least one of you cashed.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to take a while. Like, I had not had a bad beat of that magnitude in the NBA in a while. I've avoided them. I've just not ended up on any games that end up like that for me. But yeah, that was unfortunate. But it is what it is. We'll see if we can find some winners here on this Tuesday NBA card. We still like it, Star Child. It's just, yeah. I don't want to. Memphis was just this great play, and he had it all the way, and wow, they just dominated. Start to
Ryan City, baby, that's fucked up.
Couldn't have been further from the truth there, but that's all right. It is what it is. It's not the first time I've had bad beat in any sport. It's not going to be the last time either. It is what it is. You got to just deal with it and move on. That's all you can do. Billy, what do you like here with Portland and the Clippers?
Clear Clipper spot here tonight. Minus 150 on the money line. We're not going to try to get cute. You can take the point spread and all that good stuff, but I'm not going to get cute. I'm not going to fuck around. We've been hot right now. Minus 150, like I said, we've been in MMA land. And minus 150 in MMA land, that ain't shit. So meet me at the window. Prop-wise, what I'm looking at for this one. Man, I hate saying this fucking man's name, but on a greasy card, we're going to have to get greasy tonight. Robert Covington over 1.5 3-pointers tonight at minus 120. He's been hot right now, man. This seems like a good matchup for him. He's been playing 30 minutes in 3+ games of recent. Shot 2 for 3, 5 for 10, 4 for 7 from 3 his last 3 games. I feel like he covers that prop pretty easily tonight. Over 1.5 threes at minus 120. Money in the bank.
Yeah, man.
All right, there we have it. Portland and the LA Clippers. And there's the 3 games right there on this Tuesday NBA card. I'm going to save college basketball, of course, to the guys coming up, Connor and Maxwell Smart. I will give you a couple college football games that have piqued my interest here just at the end of the show. I like Akron. I'm late to the party because I was impressed by the fact they hung in there last week against Ball State, but that's just too many points because Akron's made a quarterback change the last couple weeks to Zach Gibson. He's played better. They're getting 25 points in this game against Western Michigan, who have been very up and down, very schizophrenic, very erratic. I don't love the other 2 games. I lean to the maybe a small lean over the total in the Ohio game against Eastern Michigan. I don't love either side in that game. But I like Akron plus the points against Western Michigan. Lean over in that game as well. And I pass it on the Buffalo, Miami, Ohio game. I think Miami wins the game, but I'm not ready to lay 7.5 with them in that game. But I like Akron. The Zips, hopefully they don't score zip tonight in terms of points. Hopefully they score a bunch. Stay within that number. So there you go, some college football. Great stuff with Dutch, with Billy, and with Wham. A reminder, don't you go anywhere. Don't leave this channel once we're done. We've got Connor Mack and Maxwell Smart, the season premiere of Net Profit, the college basketball show right here on Pub Sports Radio, 5 p.m. Eastern, right after we get done the NBA Pub Hub. And speaking of getting done, by the way, 180 live viewers, hit the like button. Make sure you do that if you haven't already. The challenge has been thrown out. The gauntlet's been thrown out there.
How many likes we got right now?
By Slaughter. 250 combined is what he said in both shows.
Now, how many do we have?
109.
There you go.
109. Come on now. Let's get that
This
motherfucker up 200.
motherfucker
Oh, we're
is
giving
back
away
here.
cash here to 4 people.
Let's
in the
get it to
chat
200, man. Y'all got a bottle of
Oh.
tequila.
Yeah.
Ate this some good weed. Whatever the fuck you do. You gamers want to go buy a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Go do it. That's 50 bones. Stop fucking around. You degenerate motherfuckers. Go put in a parlay. Shit. Whatever you want to do.
Walk in a strip club and walk out. You can do
Hey.
anything.
$50 to 4 people.
Walk in,
There you
walk
go.
out. Why are you walking out though?
You only got $50.
You better walk out with 1 or 2 on the side, bro.
You only
I
got
ain't mad at
$50,
you
so you
for
got to
doing
pay
like
to get in.
$50.
You said, why you walking out?
You might have to go to the casino floor and find a lady of the night.
See, I'm more with Billy, man. He gonna order the wings. He gonna bring this shit. I'm posting up for a minute with you, Brett.
Off top. I'm going to
welcome
get some
in
weed,
Pete
like you
from
said. Fuck
Alaska.
that.
I got to mention that. He shout out to from Alaska here in the chat there. I want to do an Alaskan cruise before I die. I haven't done one yet.
No.
But, I keep no.
No. You might not come
You
back.
might get attacked by a bear. That boy, hey, get some good fish in you though. Yo, shout out to Alaska, man. That should be dark for 24 hours a day and then bright for 24 hours a day. That's just crazy.
I heard it's gorgeous. I'm a sucker for the scenery though, and the
Man, shouts to them Alaska
backdrop.
FC fighters, man. Y'all put a lot of money in my pocket feeding y'all.
Shout out to Alaska Thunderfuck, a beautiful thing back in the day. I grew up on that shit.
No, absolutely. Thank you very much to everybody though that tunes into every show on the channel. We got Jimmy's show in the morning, betting with the bag. By the way, he's going to be on with Bebsy tonight. Every Tuesday night they do Beat the Line, the NFL show. The college basketball show, CMAC, and Maxwell Smart starts today, right after us at 5 p.m. Eastern. All the shows throughout the week, the live streams, the horse stream during the week, the UFC streams on the weekend, the DFS videos, Clint's MMA podcast. I mean, you go on down the list. Tim Steves doing some funny comedy videos for us here on the channel. So it just goes on and on. There's a soccer show Friday night with Flash and Alex. So it just goes on and on. Tons of great content, and a lot of you support most, if not all of it. So we thank you very much from all of us here at Pub Sports Radio for that. We will wrap up the show in a few minutes with best bets as well as Dutch's freshest look. But first, we will pause as we always do at this time for messages from Manscaped and Southtown 101. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke at Southtown 101 in San Antonio. Manscaped promo code Pub Sports. You get 20% off your purchase of the Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product on the website. Get 20% off using the promo code Pub Sports and mybookie.ag promo code Pub Sports. We got it all going on right now. I mean, there's NFL football, college football, NHL, NBA, college basketball starts, of course, today. I mean, this is that time of the year where it's all happening at the same time. So don't hesitate. Get to mybookie.ag. Sign up for an account now. Take advantage. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. Mybookie.ag. Promo code Pub Sports. All right, it is that time. We'll get to best bets to wrap up the show. Hopefully, I can avoid a sick beat with my best bet, unlike yesterday. Hopefully, that's the case. Let's start with you, Dutch. We'll start with Dutch here. What do you like? Freshest look?
Yeah, freshest look, man. We're going to La La Land. And then Blazers, they about to get that ass clipped early and often. We'll go ahead and make it official, full game, -3 Clippers, man. Paul George's going to bust that ass all game long. Yeah, man.
There you go. LA Clippers -3 against Portland. Freshest look for Dutch. Trot Wham, best bet.
Yes, sir. We're going to keep it kind of cool, but we're going to keep it in the mountains here in Utah. We're going to take the Conley over 2.5 threes over the last 5 games. He does go over this total. And let's just say that this team is just pretty bad on beyond the arc, allowing 40% from shooting beyond the arc. Let's get it. Conley over 2.5 3-point makes.
All right, there you go. Mike Conley, Utah Jazz, over 2.5 made three-pointers. Best bet for Trot Wham. Billy Briz, best bet.
Man, how can you give out a best bet, man, when you love them all? It's holiday season. So I'm going to give out a couple of them, man. Milwaukee Bucks first half, -1.5. Probably not going to get that number anymore, -150. I would still take them in the first half. Like I said, I don't think Philly's going to be there in the first half. I could see a late cover spot for them. But second bet on the board, Clippers. I'm with Dutch on that one. I'm in the car. And favorite prop of the night, Danny Green over 8.5 points +100.
Someone's got to score for the Sixers tonight. So Danny Green, Tyrese Maxey, Shake Milton with Seth Curry now confirmed out. So take your pick. Someone's got to put up some points for the Sixers tonight with that patchwork lineup they're going to have out there tonight. So maybe it's Danny Green. We'll have to wait and see on that.
It's going to be Danny Green, man. I'm telling you.
Shout out to Drummond.
Meet me at the top.
All right.
The top. Danny Green going to get to this money, baby.
Get that green.
All right.
back.
Well, he can score over 8.5 points, but hopefully that does not mean the Sixers win, and hopefully that does not mean the Sixers cover either, because my best bet is Milwaukee. We're going to fear the deer tonight, and finally, I believe for the first time in several games, they are going to be feared tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers. Kind of taking a worse line, but this was my favorite side of the mini card, 3-game slate from the beginning of the day. And even though we're not getting the absolute best number, it's -6 now. I still like it. I think we get close to, if not a double-digit win here for the Bucks against a very ravaged and depleted Philadelphia 76ers team. So Milwaukee Bucks -6 against the Philadelphia 76ers. That is my best bet for this Tuesday NBA card. And that'll wrap up this edition of the NBA Pub Hub. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Hit the like button on your way out if you haven't done it already. Again, 250 combined likes between this show and coming up next, the premiere of the Net Profit College Basketball Show with Max and Connor Mack. So make sure you get it done. Hit that like button for us. We appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow on Wednesday for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub. And make sure you join us for that. And make sure you join us right at the top of the hour. We're going to be starting right at the top of the hour moving forward because of the fact we got the college crew coming in right after us at 5 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you're ready to go right at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub. And we've got, I believe, 10 games tomorrow night on the Wednesday night card. So it is a massive slate. Actually, we've got more than that. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games tomorrow night. On Wednesday. So it is a massive Wednesday night NBA slate. So join us for that tomorrow, and we'll break down all 13 games right here on the NBA Pub Hub. For Dutch, for Wham, for Billy, this is Ian Cameron. Have a great Tuesday night. We got the debut of the Net Profit College Basketball Show coming up at the top of the hour. Stay tuned for that. Have a great night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we'll see you again tomorrow on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub. Right here on Pub Sports Radio. See, Dutch is ready to party here or something. He's making
the backwood trade, bro.
You're in the outro there.
I'm trying to be on Dutch time today, man. You got the window.
Yeah, man.
No Hawk voice, Whack. Hawks. I make the Hawk voice when I bet the Hawks, not when I.
What about a deer voice?
Yeah,
a deer one, huh?
I got to bet on Atlanta. I may not make a Hawk voice ever again if they keep playing like shit like this because.
Wait until they get at home. When they get at the crib.
Yeah, we'll bet them again. I'm sure they'll be better when they get back home because they do play better there, no doubt. But thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow on Wednesday for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at. Pub Sports Radio. Everything basketball, NBA, and college hoops starting today. Yo, motherfuckers, hit that like button. Be sure to do it. Hit it, and hit it. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.